Here I am, 35 years old, having what I believe to be is a midlife awakening. I say midlife, I'm 35, so yeah, I hope that's certainly not midlife. I hope to live well beyond 70, but I feel like I'm in this point in my life where I'm starting to realize that nothing is making me happy, no amount of success and anything that I achieve, I'm still not fulfilled. I'm still chasing that happiness. It's never enough. Even in my house just now, I mean, I've moved house more than 25 times in my life, and well, yeah, more than that. And the place I've just moved into in November last year is beautiful. It is a cottage in the middle of, I mean, this is right out of my doorstep. Absolutely stunning. A wood burning stove, pure bliss, exactly my dream. And it's still not enough. Still something not right. And so I'm giving it up. And instead, I'm going to go live in my van. So I'm moving out Monday, 2 days from now. Today is Saturday. I have removals coming. I have got a storage unit put for most of my big things and furniture and some things that I would like to hold on to and have it as a bit of a base for stocking up for things I need. But I've realised that I'm in this stage of life where things don't bring me anything other than unhappiness. It's never, like I said, yeah, it's never enough. And I'm just on this now very exciting but also daunting path to being awake, I suppose, is what I'm learning through Buddhism, I guess. And the things that I've been doing the past year, I think, has been really leading me up to this point without fully realising it. And I guess to put things into perspective of, I am very ordinary. I have come from a very ordinary family. My dad was in the army and he was a taxi driver growing up. He's now a postman. He's been doing that for many, many years and absolutely loves it, but he's working his way to retirement soon. My mum was working in supermarkets and stores and things. So yeah, we've come from a bare minimum family, and education was a thing that my parents sort of thought of quite highly for us, to help us, I guess, be successful in life and have better opportunities. And my dad's been very supportive in that for my education, and ultimately I got the top grades I could possibly get, got merits, went off to university and did psychology, got a first class degree in psychology. Can't really get much better than that. Still didn't really feel like enough, you tick the box expectations, but still young, finding your feet. Stayed on to do a PhD, but at the time I was in a relationship where we got engaged, so thought that's the next best thing in life, is to start that life, married life, and start a family. So I moved down to be with him in England, a very wealthy family, and could have possibly had, never really worried about much else, got a job and would have had a very comfortable life, but it just wasn't enough. It wasn't right. So basically ran away from that and got a job in a pub, moved in there, and found that hospitality life was great fun, and that was my next path. But again, quickly progressed up the ladder, chasing the ambition all the way up to management, and then before I knew it, I was working in a Michelin star restaurant in Edinburgh. Still not enough. What do I need? Totally pivoted, ended up on the path of project management for a landscaping company. Had an opportunity to be a trainee there, progressed through that, then was going to leave, got offered a director role, decided why would I take that, which was a very good decision in hindsight, and then started working at local authorities, and now currently in higher education, working at University of Edinburgh. So senior project manager just now, just about to be promoted to programme manager. It's not what I want. I don't know why I keep chasing this ambition. So the past year, I have been working on my own business, which has come through a passion, another side project, which started at the same time that I started an Instagram page called The Happy Diet, which was, I wouldn't be here right now. That's the fascinating thing about what I'm learning just now, is everything had to happen in a certain way for this moment to happen right now. And that's pretty cool, pretty overwhelming actually, if you think about it and get too deep. But for the purpose of this, I'm not going to do that. So in 20, actually, it's like yesterday was the anniversary of when I set that up. Anniversary, it sounds really sort of official that way, but 2022, 4 years ago, was when I started that Instagram page, and is genuinely where I feel like this path has led me to. And that was a path of, started out as plant-based eating, so I gave up my my lifestyle, and also at the same time became sober, and also was training for a marathon. So lots of big changes in that moment in time. And through Instagram, I was sharing my story. And honestly, doing this right now, I'm not sure this YouTube, something's telling me to do it, but I'm conflicted because I also know the challenge that social media has taken its toll on me and many others. And the bit I did enjoy about Instagram was the sharing the stories. And when I mean stories, I mean the 24-hour uploads things. The posts and the reels I did do, but I found myself chasing followers, and you were getting not sponsorships, but free products, which was exciting. But then you had to obviously advertise for them, and then you just realized that you were accepting stuff that you didn't even really care about, and it was just all about chasing followers and trying to get, it just wasn't right. And so I took an 8-month break from it. But the bit I did enjoy was sharing the stories, which is why I'm kind of excited to start this. And I'm not really sure how it will go, what sort of stuff I'll share and talk about. I really don't want to get into the time it takes to do fancy editing, so you won't get that from me. And I think just sharing my experiences as they happen, whether it's a day-to-day thing or not, I don't want to commit to anything. So yeah, we'll just see where it goes. But anyway, so back with you'll get lots of tangents with me. And my arm is actually getting really sore. I did get myself a gimbal thing, couldn't get it to work, and you know what, it's fine. I might just have to swap hands for a wee, but then you'll see my thumb. There we are. And so see, I'm not going to edit that out. So Instagram was a great community as well, actually. It's the friends I've got now, core group of friends, I would not have if it wasn't for that. And that has genuinely been transformational. But my running journey was really what I started to take off with telling the stories. But I was still very much sharing my plant-based eating and loved creating new recipes. And again, it got to the point where, what else do you do? You chase. A blog's not enough, Instagram page is not enough. Put it all together into a cookbook, which I did and published. And then it was, you're going to do another book? No. What now? It's chasing this thing of you've done it, and then you're just constantly chasing that dopamine hit. Anyway, we'll go on to the running and the joys of that. And completing your first marathon is euphoric, something for me, from my background of coming from no running whatsoever. I used to be someone that would avoid gym at all costs in school, to start doing the Couch to 5K in November 2020, and to running my very first marathon in October 2022. So 2 years later was something that just was still to this day so proud of. And the community that I connected with, and eventually got into longer distances, ultramarathon distances. So 2023 quickly escalated up and doing lots of those, And before I knew it, I was doing the West Highland Way race in 2024, which is, for those that don't know, it's 95-mile trail run through one of Scotland's great trails, and it's my favourite place in the whole wide world. A continuous run, fantastic. But that year I also got into a race format called Backyard Ultras, and I did one in November that year. And this format of a race is a last man standing. So you do a 4-mile loop, you start every hour on the hour, and the race is like the race. It's literally tortoise and the hare. So the slower you go, you conserve your energy. As long as you can be on the start line for that next hour starting, you will beat the fast runners. And I'm not particularly fast. I don't train to be fast. And I found myself the last one standing, not just the last female standing, the last one standing. In running world, that is a pretty rare thing to do as a female, to win over the males in the same contest. They normally separate out males and females, but not in this format. So I was 31 hours of running, 129 miles, won. It was great, but it's not enough. The next year, I started plotting to put on my own Backyard Ultra, my own ultramarathon event, to give back to the community, something that I was really passionate about. So underlying all this, whilst I say it's never enough, I do get so much from it, especially the running in the community and everything. That the point is, the success that you get out of it is still not fulfilling. It's not enough. So I was working on putting on my own ultramarathon event. At the same time, I was really passionate about helping other people like me who's come from a background of not much running, to get them to believe that they can do things too. So I trained myself up through UK Athletics as a coach, did tons of research and learning, and became qualified, and started my own coaching business called Run, Smile, Inspire, which I believe and still means a lot to me. That tagline, that mantra, run, I just love to run, smile. Everything in life should make you smile. That's probably a bit of a strong statement, but you should smile. Smiling makes you feel good. It makes others feel good to be around you. Happiness, I think, is the core of what I'm trying to get at, and to inspire. And that's actually why I'm here, really, if I'm honest, because I don't really know what else to be talking about other than hopefully my story. I can inspire others to believe in themselves and to take a gamble and see what they're capable of, because I'm just an ordinary person doing really crazy things. And if I can help inspire someone to do that, to think differently, to take the plunge, then I feel I have fulfilled my purpose. So anyways, getting a bit deep. So inspire means a lot. And obviously this YouTube channel, as you'll see, is Run, Smile, Inspire. So, I mean, that's been taken off very, very well. But in the past year, I have been very determined to get off the hamster wheel, of work, and this whole thing of chasing, earning more money, buying bigger and better things like a house, for example. It's like to get tied down by a mortgage. It's never going to be enough. We'll get the house, you take it for granted, then you want something bigger because you have a family and your house, your demands grow, or the location's not right, so you want to go somewhere else. And it's just constantly looking for that extra. Cars are the same, holidays, and you have to work. You have to work to be able to afford these things. And then you get to a position in work where you feel like you need that amount of money to hit your bank account to be able to afford to live and do these things. But what I'm finding is that's not true. That's what I'm wanting to challenge. That's what my next chapter is about. I am setting myself up to leave full-time employment, to live in my van full-time, to not have a house, to not need as much income because my outgoings will be less, but to live in the moment, to explore, to experience, to suffer, but to learn through that, to embrace it, to know that it's not personal, it's just life. And I'm very excited about this opportunity, and to be able to do the work I enjoy doing, coaching people. People is what really makes me come alive. Their stories, their journeys, the things that they overcome, their challenges, what they think about, how they navigate that, how they overcome things. That's what really gets me excited. The people that you meet doing anything, but you've got to be open for that, and you've got to have time to connect with people. And we don't have time. We are so busy in this rat race for more, for going up the ladder, for getting the big house, for starting a family, for just everything. It's just more and more and more. And then we've got things like social media that we're constantly being subjected to, the fancy life, the more you need to do this, you need to do that. So not only are we consuming our time looking at all this, watching all this, we are then setting up ourselves with these expectations of what we should be doing. And we're just constantly living in this state of should be's, expectations, and we're not living in the moment. We're not actually stopping to ask ourselves, what do we actually want? What actually makes us happy? And I'm still trying to find that out. I still think I don't know the answer, and I probably won't for a very long time, but I'm gonna try and find out. I have no idea where my journey is going to take me. I have some idea because I've booked some trips. I have a trip to India booked for the end of the year, November. I'm going for 2 weeks. I read a book called Shantaram, finished it last year, and actually have just had a calling to go out there ever since I read it, and actually now connecting the dots, learning a bit more about Buddhism, their way of thinking and their learnings, their teachings. I think it starts to make sense. So yeah, I guess that was a bit of a real random conversation, I think, of where my head's currently at, what I'm doing here, what the next steps are kind of looking like, and what you might expect to find out if you follow my journey. And if I continue to post, that is, I might going to be honest, I did do a video a few days ago, uploaded it, immediately deleted it. So yeah, I need to embrace sharing my story, hopefully inspire at least one person. I'd love to hear your stories. This, like I said, people is really what helps connect me, makes me feel part of the world. I'd love to hear your stories. And yeah, so I guess even if you're into running, I'll certainly be, as and when things pop into my head and I think it's something worth sharing, I'll be sharing some interesting stuff that I've learned along the way. Works with some incredible people who've taught me some really exciting stuff, which I'm now going to be introducing into my coaching as well. And if you like backyard ultras, you can obviously follow the journey as we do the second year of B. Craig's Backyard Ultra next year, which sold out in 24 hours. So yeah, it's been crazy how my life has sort of started from top star pupil to this, now wanting to go off complete grid and just like shave my hair and live in the woods somewhere. But yeah, just having that moment out in nature. I'll have every moment out in nature, living in the van. And yeah, anyway, this is let's wrap it up from there and maybe see you in another video.